Hello, welcome back to another Got to Have video. First up, let's go with some head scratcher first, okay? And then we move on to the more interesting stuff. But here's some head scratcher. For those that watched other Got to Have video, does this book look familiar? Okay, you get the tape on the spine, corner piece missing, and then the top look kind of oddly shaped, potentially trim, all that, right? Does that look familiar? If you watched the other videos, you remember this book, right? I brought it up. So perhaps the winner of this auction at 8,700 released the book here. And one thing I want to bring to everyone's attention is the last Got to Have video. I wanted to use Watch Count, a website that can help you determine the true sales price of a book whenever there is a best offer. eBay doesn't show that. I don't know why eBay chose to remove that functionality, because it's silly. Regardless, okay, so this book was sold, I think, best offer. I'm not sure if it's 13, but if you're not familiar with Watch Count, let me show you. Okay, Watch Count is this website right here. It's very easy to use if you have never used it before. What you do is you can either type in this number here, eBay item number, or you can just copy and paste the entire link. Okay, so let's go back there, type that in, hit enter, bang, it was sold for 13,000. Best offer enabled, but somebody tap on that button. Who knows if that's a legit sales or not? Who knows, right? But at least now you know about this website if you are not familiar with this website. Okay, last week I want to use it, but it was down, so I couldn't use it. So let's move on. Here's a head scratcher here. Okay, surely $2,500 is a very high price for this book. Insane, right? Is it me or is it insane? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the tick. Number one, I have this book, but not in 9.8. But regardless, $2,500. Wowza. That, like I said, head scratcher. Now I put this into the video for the purpose of showing what a faded X-Men cover look like. Often when you see an X-Men book, X-Men 1 book that have a light green, sometime that's where it was produced. X-Men 1 was produced with two versions, basically. One with a dark green, where you see there where the first issue, and then the light green. Okay, if you go on eBay and look at all the different X-Men 1, you will see both kinds. But this is an example of an X-Men 1 that was likely a dark green that was faded, because look at the red. The red is very faded. Okay, and you know, occasionally I have people asking me, okay, how much does fading impact a book? No doubt fading impact the grade of the book. For sure, the lower grades have less impact. If you have a 2.0, does it matter if the cover is faded? Especially if you're talking about a 2.0 that have spine split completely, or big tear or big stain or whatever it is that causes it to be in a 2.0, most likely fading is not gonna impact. But this book, at best as I can tell, okay, there's some creases on the bottom edge, the spine has some ticks, okay, but overall a very clean copy. Okay, there's not a huge 2 or 3 inch creases, at least even in the back. Look at the back cover, nice and clean, right? So I'm speculating that if this book was not faded, that it could be in a 7.0 kind of grade range. Okay, could be between 6.5 to 7.0 based on what I can tell. But the fading knocked the book down a full 1 point, okay, 1.0. So it could have been a 6.5 down to 5.5. So just keep this in your pocket as far as, you know, things that can help you learn to grade later. That's what I do. Okay, I constantly save up examples of things like this so that when I see a situation that I am unfamiliar with, I have an idea of what to do. Last on the gambling, this one, $6,000. Hard to tell. This nice looking book, okay, no doubt it's a nice looking book, but without seeing more, I don't know. You know, I cannot say if this is, if it has restoration or if it's restoration free. Sharp looking book. Okay, what do you think the grade is? I think the grade, let me look at this. Okay, it's nice, doesn't have Marvel shipping. Okay, if there is any, which is a little bit, it's very tiny. There's a crease there, little tears on the bottom. I would put this book in a 6.0 range, okay, based on what I can see right here. I'm not sure what's going on there in the circle area green. Is that faded? Hard to say, or some kind of rubbing. A tough book, okay. This is good luck to the buyer, because I think it's a tough book to gauge the grade based on what I can see. No doubt. Look at that though, nice white page interior, right? Looking nice. Look at that. Look at how white that is. No complaint on the page quality there. Oh, look at the back cover. Oh, big stain, big water damage. So no longer a 6. The front looked like a 6. The back looked more like a 4. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Look. See, now that I see the back cover, it make me kind of think that the water damage may also be on the front cover. You never know. Hard to tell. Regardless, okay, this is in the gambling category. And then this part of the book, is that an old tape stain? What's going on there? I don't know. Like I said, best of luck to the buyer here, because I think it's a gamble to tap on this book. All right, let's move on. For those that follow my short video where I showcase this live auction, take a look at this. If you missed it, here we go. The big book that went off this week. Look at this, 936,000. Woo! Sensational one. How about this one for $3.99, huh? 9.6. Look at that. Look at that. Wowza. Last but not least, Wonder Woman #1. Only a 9.0. Oh, I still love this cover the most. White page as well. Wowza. And this come with this little letter. How cool is that? Wow, look at that. Check that out, huh? July 22nd, 1942. Wowza, look at that cool letter. See, that is one heck of a cool item right there. Amazing Fantasy 15, 1.5, 8,600. Goodness sake, for 1.5. Holy moly, right? Holy moly. 8,600. $1.5. Now this one is a 1.8. It was best offer, okay, not buy it now. So let's do this way. I'm just gonna copy the entire link like that and go over here and copy that, hit enter and see what happens. There you go, 9,000. See that? 9,000. So there's two different ways you can use this website. You can use an item number or just copy and paste the entire link and it is there. Okay, 9,000 for 1.8, 8,600 for 1.5. What do you think? Which one would you choose? This 1.8, take a look. There's a 2-hole punch. Look at that. See that? 2-hole punch. The A and below. So yes, even a 2-hole punch or 3-hole punch, I have seen it in blue label. Okay, you can have some silly green label and have it as a 2.5 or something silly, but 1.8, which one would you pick? I think the 1.5, to be honest. I'd rather have that than the 2 holes. Don't see this book on eBay at this grade often. 9.8 white pages. Look at the centering. Woo! This one for you, John. Perfect centering, beauty. This is about as perfect as you can get. Yowza. Hell yeah. 10K. Hulk 181, 6,600. I believe this is also a best offer. No way in this book 6,600. Let's take a look. $6,100. Still crazy. Woo! How about this? 9.8 coffee. Oof. 21,500. Yikes. Yikes. And it's white page as well. Remember the white page 9.8 that went off on eBay? Not eBay, Comic Link a couple of auctions ago. I think this copy went for less. I did not I don't remember what that one was. And this one have even a Stan Lee signature on the case. Just on the case. A bargain. Somebody overpaid on Comic Link. Now this is one heck of a cool item. I like this. You don't see this a set of Raw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Look at that. This is let's see, #1 with all that spine issues. Perhaps a 7.5. Okay, perhaps a 7.5. #2 look a lot nicer. Woo! Razor sharp there, probably 9.6 or better, but I think 2, 3, 4 all pretty decent, but one is, in my opinion, a 7.5, and then you get this cool little letter. Dear Mr. Lawrence, unfortunately we have no more copies that we can sell at wholesale. Look at that. That's a cool heck item. Did they say what the grade was? Did not say anything about the grade, so hopefully the buyer bid accordingly. I have no idea what is a fair value of that lot is, but I think that's a decent price. Wouldn't have a week without a lot from Neat Stuff. What does Edgar Church have to do with anything here? Can anyone educate me on this? It's a sweet high grade lots of Marlboro Bronx that I can see, and I'm sure you can too. Look at this. Nothing crazy, okay? High grade, no doubt. Ooh, look at that Marvel Spotlight number 1. That's a beauty, right? Even Iron Man 118. Look at Defenders 1. That's pretty sharp. So yeah, this is a high grade lot. No dispute here. But Edgar Church? What? Hey. Now, this is probably the best lot of this week. I love this. 21 years of heavy metal magazine for 500. Look at this. Hard to tell, but it looked decent. Not like super high grades. I can see maybe a little ding at the spine, maybe a little rub at the corner, but still, look at this. Look at the case. Look at the sweetness. There's a whole lot of good reading there for 500 buckaroos. Now this one is a huge lot, but man, somebody want an instant Eerie collection. Oh my goodness, $2,000. That looked pretty sharp as far as the grading, right? Anthony, this dealer, Anthony, I have bought a few things from him. He's a decent grader. I mean, I don't have anything to complain about his grading standard. You know, he's a big inventory with all kind of good stuff. I'm sure many people are familiar with Anthony. How about this lot? Mad Magazine, $13.50. Now what's cool about this lot is this little blurb right here. My father-in-law was Jim Marrs, a world-renowned author and historian who recently passed away. Jim was an avid collector of Mad Magazine. Some interesting covenant to this lot. This one here is a tough one. Could be a great deal, could be a so-so deal, could be a fair deal. I don't know because there are no picture provided. Okay, you get all this foam, depend on, you know, foam 2 and foam 10 is all there. There's no mentioning of the grades in the ads here. See, there's nothing, doesn't say anything. So, well, it does say, oh right, I'm wrong. Collection from one owner, the majority in the VG to fine range. So depends, you know, depends on what those two issues are. This could be a decent deal, or great deal, or not so great. Last but not least, my two favorite items of this week. Oh man, another black light. This one, Gene Colan. Two Gene Colan. This one or that one. I would take this one over Iron Man every day. Look at the beauty. Oh my god. Dare I say that this is one of my favorite of all black light posters. Look at that awesomeness. Gene Colan's sweetness. My god. 20252. I would have bid higher. Where was I? Damn, missed it. Anyhow, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye bye.